Hey guys, I wasn't expecting to make another video today, but I just got news that WWE Hall of Famer and the longest reigning WWE champion in WWE history, Bruno Sammartino, has passed away. And it's a very sad day because Bruno Sammartino will always be a legend in my opinion. And it says right here, story of Bruno Sammartino is the story of the American dream. During his childhood, the small Italian mountain of town of Abruzzi, Italy, Bruno Sammartino heard stories about how the streets in the United States were paved with gold. Though he believed it literally at the time, Sammartino would experience fortune and fame firsthand as the longest reigning WWE champion and the most beloved competitor in the history of the squared circle. Life wasn't always so glorious for the Italian Superman. Bruno's brother and sister both passed away at young ages. Gosh dang. And Adolf Hitler's Nazi forces seized their town, but Bruno preserved. That's amazing. And he and his mother hid in a mountain called Vallaroca, and during the German occupation, and eventually joined his immigrant father in Pittsburgh in 1950. Sammartino began lifting weights as a young man and grew to become one of the strongest men on the planet. After setting a world record in 1959 by bench pressing 565 pounds. That's a lot. Sammartino caught the eye of Vincent J. McMahon, the former CEO of WWE, Vince McMahon's father, and became a sports entertainer. Bruno became an overnight sensation, connecting with not only fellow Italians but also Latinos, Greeks, and Jews, successfully bridging the gap in America's melting pot of wrestling fans. His legend continued to grow on May 17, 1963, when Sammartino defeated Buddy Rogers in just 48 seconds to become the second ever WWE champion in front of nearly 20,000 fans at the old Madison Square Garden. Bruno held the WWE Championship for nearly 8 years, by far the longest reign of all time, and a record for all professional wrestling champions, no matter the organization. A household name all over the country, the beloved hero defended his title in legendary rivalries against WWE Hall of Famers like Killer Kowalski, Gorilla Monsoon, and Georgie Animal Steel. In early 1968, Sammartino headlined the first wrestling event at the brand new Madison Square Garden, just 8 days after it opened. The Garden truly was the house that Bruno built, as he sold out an astounding 187 times. When he lost the title to Ivan Koloff in 1971, grown men in the crowd were seen weeping, but December 10th, 1973, Sammartino became the first two-time WWE champion and held the title for an additional 3.5 years. On August 9th, 1980, Sammartino defeated his former protege, Larry Zbyszko, inside a steel cage at New York City's Shea Stadium in front of more than 35,000 people. The heated grudge that broke... Hold on. Stupid unknown number was calling. The heated grudge match broke box office records for wrestling events, and Bruno retired from the ring in the following year. Bruno returned in the WWE in the mid-80s as a broadcaster alongside Vince McMahon and as a mentor for his son David, who was just beginning his grappling career, known as the living legend Bruno. Also, Lucy, don't. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry, there was a little error on my computer. And known as a living legend, back where we are, Bruno was also engaged in several rivalries with a generation of WWE's greatest villains, including Roddy Piper, may he rest in peace, Macho Man Randy Savage, may he rest in peace, and the Honky Tonk Man. The star power and influence of Sammartino was exemplified by the fact that he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2017 by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it was the 188th and final time Sammartino headlined and sold out Madison Square Garden. WWE extends its condolences to Sammartino's family and friends. Yeah, it's a pretty sad day. The longest reigning champion in the history of pro wrestling has passed away. And all I can say is, Bruno Sammartino, may you rest in peace. You have made one of the biggest impacts in WWE history. You will always be remembered, and God bless you.